Welcome to Colorado. The mountains open up in front of us, the air gets thinner, and Two Broads Abroad dives into a new chapter full of big views and tiny hummingbirds.
Good morning from Lyons, Colorado. Out for a hike. I'm just seeing some amazing things. We're staying at a friend's place right here, and it's spectacular. The air is pretty amazing. Feels really good. Say that again, Renee?
This is outside our front door.
Right. Doesn't get much better than that. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
The Lorax warned us, I speak for the trees have no tongues, so keep your initials off the bark. Then, as we were walking out of nowhere were two bright stadium seats in the woods, so we did what any sane traveler would do. We copped a squat. There she is, Sandra, our resident bird whisperer. She's been standing here for ages, holding out a stick, trying to convince a hummingbird to land, and against all odds, it actually works. One tiny flash of color swoops in, checks her out, settles right in. We're ecstatic. She's saying, wow. We think it's a grand finale, but nope. A few minutes later, another one shows up, and she gets it to land right on her finger. That fearless little bird weighs less than a penny, and don't tell her that, because she'll probably want to bring it home with us. Here we are at the famously spooky Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. We're 115 years old and full of ghost stories and gorgeous mountain views. This is where Stephen King and his wife ended up during a snowstorm. The hotel was actually closed for the season, but the caretaker took pity on them and let them stay in the now legendary room 217. He spent the evening talking with the caretaker about the hotel's history and its hauntings, and then later that night, in the giant empty building, the idea for The Shining hit him. And if you're thinking about staying in room 217, plan ahead. It books out months in advance and runs about $500 a night and requires a 2-night minimum. The Stanley offers 2 tours, but we recommend the Shining tour. It's spooky fun and ties the whole Stephen King story together. One of our favorite places and hikes that we did was when we went hiking with friends to Brainard Lake in the Indian Peaks wilderness. It was absolutely stunning. Crystal water, mountain views, that perfect Colorado air, albeit thin. And then afterward, we headed back to our cabin and set up in our favorite little lookout spot, hoping we'd catch a glimpse of a bear or even a mountain lion. Our final night with friends, we went to see Derek Damesole play at Casa Colina in Estes Park. Such a great performer, especially if you love John Prine. We dropped a link to his site below so you can check him out. And as the night needed anything else, a group of elk wandered out right behind him while he was singing. Only in Colorado. The next morning we were off to Denver for a dog sit. Trusted House Sitters has been amazing for us. We love animals and it really helps keep accommodation costs down. Plus you end up in real neighborhoods, which gives you such a better feel for the place you're visiting. We were looking after Cooper, who was a perfect gentleman. We stayed in the 5 Points neighborhood, which turned out to be exactly what we needed. Live music everywhere, great restaurants, and a couple of farmers market that made it feel right at home to us, even if Cooper didn't quite understand our musical tastes. We did venture down to downtown Denver also for a little spa time. Shout out to Fifth Avenue Nails, and it did not disappoint at all.
We are about to get on this bus.
Yay!
It's heading up here.
Free ball ride.
Yay! So here we are. There's luggage rack, which is awesome. Decent seats. And here you're going. It stops, I think, every single block. So, wondering where you want to go? These are all up and down Mall Street.
Let's pretend, what do we want to look for? Let's say local Indian food, right?
All right. Indian restaurant. All right. Now, if you click on it, does it give you directions? I wonder. Oh, there you go.
Walking.
Oh, perfect.
Or you can scan it and get directions that way.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Transit. Oh, a job board, social service. This is great. Cheers to you, Denver. Finishing up our time here in Denver. We were in 5 Points. It was a great neighborhood. Sandra,
Super. It was really fun.
so much good live music. Sandra's chopping up some potatoes. We're boiling up the last of our eggs so we can carry those parboil, and we'll show you what we're making in a minute. Okay, so super easy breakfast. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to do this when we're camping, but I took a tortilla and put some oil on the bottom. This is just a mix of some cottage cheese, 3 eggs, seasoning. You're gonna pour that in there. Get that protein wherever you can. Easier said than done. Make sure it gets all flattened out and the eggs are even. Okay, then I'm going to take, this is just sauteed onions, and I got some greens from the farmer's market by us right here. I made this yesterday, so I already know it's good. Sometimes I just test them and I'm not sure, but this one's definitely a keeper whenever we have means of an oven. We have some fresh tomato, also got at the farmer's market. I've already preheated the oven to 350s. And then I'm gonna top it with, you can top it with whatever cheese you want. I have some Parm here. Just gonna sprinkle it all over. And you always have to eat a piece. Done. This goes in the oven. I did it for 25 minutes yesterday. Beautiful. I did forget to put the potatoes in, so I did it like 8 minutes or so with it left to cook, but it should be fine. So then you just take your spatula around the side. It'd be much easier if the potatoes were more inside than outside. But there you go. Just cut it.
So Cooper, Renee's going to pack up the car. She's going to pack up the car and get going. And I'm going to take you on that last walk. Do you want to go on a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
We made it. We're morons. I literally almost cried today because I thought I locked the car keys and the keys to the apartment we were staying at inside because I initially could not get in. And Sandra was out walking the dog we were watching. Thankfully, it was impossible to do. But so after I finally calmed down and Sandra drove, we went to Chatfield State Park. There she is. And set up our camp. But we just like literally did tent and
Inflated the sleeping bag so we can get in there and
the
go to
bed.
bed, right?
Exactly. So that we could get here to Red Rocks because they say get to the north lot.
And get
And it's
here
pretty
early.
Yes, because it closes off.
2:50.
Perfect.
Show starts at 7:30. Yeah.
We're gonna hang out, drink some beers, and eat.
Yeah.
But here's everyone else. See, there's lots of people setting up. Got some burgers and hot dogs going over there, and a whole bunch of people up here. So yeah, we're doing well. We had no idea about the Avett Brothers fandom, but we left Red Rocks with stickers, hair clips, and a whole new appreciation. Who knew? Here's the wifey. Ready for the show?
I'm excited. Like I've never been this excited for showing. Well, I have, but not in a long time.
Right. And here we are. It's flipping gorgeous. And it's nice and shady, and there's a good breeze. Red Rocks itself, absolutely magical. And fun fact, you can thank the CCC, which is a Civilian Conservation Corps, for building it. Part of FDR's New Deal. It put young employed men to work on public projects. Red Rocks was one of their masterpieces, hence the Hottie statue outside the venue. The next day at Chatfield State Park was a scorcher. You can literally watch Sandra hunting for shade like it's a competitive sport. Note to self, if you're camping here in summer, make sure your site has actual trees. But the evening cooled off beautifully and we squeezed in a little hike and even a campfire. Colorado magic delivers every time. Then it was time to hit the road again. Packed up the second version of our camping gear because after heading east earlier in the trip, we ditched a whole bunch of stuff we realized we didn't need. And yet, somehow, we still pack, unpack, and repack nonstop. Travel life, right? Sheesh. Now we are off to go shower, and we'll be on the road. We have been showered, everything's packed, Look, I can see out the rearview mirror. Not a problem. Nicely showered. Our new disco ball that we got from the Avett Brothers. And now we ride.
Okay, I want to open this up by saying that we are sitting on our hands because we had two choices. We either sit on our hands and don't keep touching our glasses, and me don't keep rubbing my chin, and Renee not sort of rubbing her nose. But if you do see us do it, you do need to do a shot. That's the rules, right?
Yes, it's the Two Broads Abroad drinking game.
Yeah, yeah, because we realize as we watch our own videos, which are painful to watch, we do a lot of that. So, moving on, Colorado.
Yes, what did you think?
Loved it. Got a little bit out of breath in the very beginning when we were just walking back and forth to Sherry and Gina's house.
Which was 4 houses, not even a 1/10 of a mile, I don't think.
No.
But we were at almost 8,000 feet.
And also, we were carrying like bear spray because my heart might have been racing because of that too. Panicking about bears running up on us. And of course, we didn't see any bears. Sadly.
We're a little mad about that one.
The views were incredible.
Oh my gosh. It is so beautiful there. Hiking is amazing. We got to see a lot of fun things. The Stanley Hotel, I'm kind of a moron. I didn't know that was in Colorado.
I didn't either.
I know, I thought it was east.
Yeah. And it wasn't filmed there, but it was conceived of there.
Right.
But so that was kind of cool. They do have a maze out front.
A mini maze.
So they put in like after the fact. It's a small little maze. You can sort of walk around it and it just comes to your waist or something. It's not like a real maze, but
I heard the owners of the hotel didn't want to do that exact maze because then you wouldn't see the hotel when you drive up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. But we had some great food. We had we saw quite a lot of elk.
Yes.
In the end.
You got to be your bird whisperer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the hummingbirds. That was incredible. You feel that when they land on your finger, you feel like it's a little vibration. It's just that they're, it's so cool. It was such it's a blessing, right? It's sort of one of those things where you're just kind of like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Things that we did learn is if you're going to go hiking, you need to make reservations. I think it's a COVID holdover, and it's kind of nice because then you'll know there's room in the parking lots and it won't be quite as packed. Chatfield State Park. Not a bad park by any means, but we said we didn't park by trees. We actually set our tent up in between 2 trees.
Small trees.
Provided no shade.
0 shade.
But they were home to magpies. So
nice way to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Magpies, like.
We set our tent up in between 2 alarm clocks, basically.
Yeah, it was a rather loud wake up.
Yes.
But all in all, good park, good camping park, no issues, and it was close to
Red Rocks.
Red Rocks. Here, take a shot. Sorry. Which I know we covered Red Rocks, but wow.
If you are at all like us and we love our music, you cannot miss it. We just happened to be in the vicinity, so we looked up and it was Ani DeFranco warming up for the Avett Brothers, which both were amazing.
Yeah, knocked it out of the ballpark.
And just so you know, that little disco ball did not even last 1 mile.
No,
before we ripped it down.
Very distracting.
Can't wait to go back again.
I want to go back to Colorado.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rocky Mountain High and all that stuff. Colorado.
John Denver, man, he had it right.
Kind of did.
John Dusseldorf. That's his real name. We are now going to be headed to Utah. We are starting to get to the end of our U.S. tour.
Yeah, we'll soon be actually 2 Broads abroad, as opposed to 2 Broads stateside. But there's so much to see in the United States. And even by the time we leave, we won't have touched what we want to do. We will be back. We will be back to finish up the road trip and to go to the states that we haven't covered.
Right. And buy that pass, the National Parks Pass. It's amazing. It costs $80. I think when you hit 65, it's actually only $25, or you pay
get it forever, right? It's not like an annual one then.
I think you pay $70 for a forever one.
Mm.
But needless to say, you only need to hit a few parks to get your money back. And everybody's been so amazing at all of them. They're so knowledgeable.
So nice.
It's nice being places where the people who are working really want to be there and are excited about where they are and want to teach you things.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 hands up for Colorado. We heart
And
you.
everybody do a shot.
Right? Because tomorrow we ride. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Subscribe. I mean, liking is great, but subscribing is so much better for us.
Right.
Thanks.
And the drinking game will definitely add to the experience.